What if the future of money didn't begin in a trading hall or inside a powerful computer, but in the hands of ordinary people, tapping a button on their phone once a day? For years, millions of people around the world asked the same question. When Open Mainnet? Today, that question finally has meaning. This is the story of Pi Network and the moment it steps into the open world. Back in 2019, Pi Network began with a simple but bold idea. Cryptocurrency should be accessible to everyone, not just developers, traders, or people who could afford expensive mining machines. There were no loud promises, no massive marketing campaigns, and no requirement for powerful hardware. Just a mobile phone, one daily tap, and belief in a long-term vision. People joined from everywhere: students, workers, farmers, shop owners, dreamers. They mined Pi quietly, not expecting instant wealth, but trusting the process. While many projects rushed to exchanges, Pi chose a slower path. It stayed in Enclosed Mainnet, focusing on building the foundation. Real users, real identity verification, wallets, utilities, and an ecosystem that could actually function. The waiting was not easy. Critics called it fake. Skeptics mocked the patience of pioneers. But behind the scenes, builders kept building, and the network kept growing. Then came Open Mainnet. Open Mainnet is not just a technical upgrade. It is a transformation. It means Pi can now connect with the outside blockchain world. It means external services can interact with the network. It means businesses can operate more freely, and the system moves closer to true decentralization. Most importantly, Pi stops being just a concept and starts becoming a real economy. To understand what this means, imagine a simple story. Maria owns a small cafe. She joined Pi Network years ago and mined Pi casually on her phone. Before Open Mainnet, Pi stayed mostly inside the ecosystem. Payments were limited, and value felt theoretical. After Open Mainnet, things change. Maria accepts Pi for coffee. A customer pays her in Pi. Maria uses that Pi to pay a local graphic designer for a new menu. The designer uses Pi to buy groceries. The grocery store owner uses Pi to pay a supplier. No banks. No borders. Just direct, peer-to-peer exchange of value between real people. This is what Pi was designed for. Most cryptocurrency projects launch with a token first, hype second, and users later. Pi reversed that order. It built users first, utilities second, and opened the market last. That is why Pi has tens of millions of engaged pioneers, real KYC-verified humans, and thousands of applications focused on daily use. Open Mainnet does not magically create value. It reveals the value that has been quietly built over years. But Open Mainnet is also a responsibility. Now that Pi is visible to the world, it will be judged not by promises, but by usage. The question is no longer, is Pi real? The question becomes, what will the community do with it? Will pioneers use Pi responsibly? Will developers create meaningful solutions? Will the ecosystem focus on long-term utility instead of short-term speculation? Pi Network is not trying to replace Bitcoin, and it is not trying to destroy banks overnight. Its vision is bigger and more human. What if everyday people could own part of the digital economy from the very beginning? Open Mainnet is not the end of Pi's journey. It is the beginning of accountability, maturity, and real-world testing. Years of waiting. Millions of believers. One global experiment. Open Mainnet is not about price. It is about possibility. The network is now open. The future is watching. And what happens next is up to the pioneers. If you want, I can make it more emotional, turn it into a cinematic documentary, script rewrite it for voiceover, pacing, ad pause cues, background music timing, and visuals, adapt it for YouTube, TikTok, or Facebook long videos. Just tell me what style you want next. Clapperboard sparkles.